This video is brought to you by Hit Point Press and their basket full of freebies just for you. Go get some awesome free gifts including Big Bad Booklets and Humblewood Adventures at hitpointpress.com/free. And by Steamforged Games and their Epic Encounters series. With just one box, you can run an awesome cinematic adventure that your players will never forget. Use our link below the video to see all your Epic Encounter adventures. Hello and welcome to the Gallant Goblin. Recently we reviewed the new box set of pre-painted minis for Ghosts of Saltmarsh. You can see that video in the eye in the corner of your screen. And now it is time to look at set number 2, which features some Sahuagin and other salty seafarers. Many thanks to WizKids for sending it to us to review with you. This set has some interesting minis too that I am looking forward to telling you all about. Before we get started, I wanted to remind you about some of our DMs Guild products. Remember, you can still use our links and the discount code Goblin5 to get a discount. We have for you Kill Ball Volume 1, an off-the-wall level 20 adventure inspired by Kill Bill. And there's the Grey Merchant of Asphodel, which is a gorgeous magic item supplement for the Mythic Odysseys of Theros that you can get as a PDF or as a hardcover book. And we have my own revamped version of I Am Your World, a Tier 2 adventure unlike anything you've played before. It's got a really fun sci-fi twist and should keep your players guessing right to the end. You can find them all at our links below the video. And now let's jump right in and see what Saltmarsh Box number 2 has for us today. Let's start with our Sahuagin, beginning with Baron Kepmak from the final enemy chapter of Ghosts of Saltmarsh. In this chapter, the PCs are tasked with infiltrating a powerful Sahuagin fortress overseen by 4 powerful leaders. And this set contains 3 of them, including Baron Kepmak here, the spouse of Baroness Seklaz, who does not get a mini here. The Baron is looking to improve his reputation and sees the upcoming invasion of the coastal areas as his chance to shine. Blademaster Makaht is a big brute of a Sahuagin who leads the fortress's armies in their campaigns. He takes his orders from the Baron and the Baroness, but pretty much everyone sees the Baroness as more of the leader. He uses the CR6 Sahuagin Blademaster stat block in the Saltmarsh book, and I gotta say, we don't tend to get a lot of humanoid minis in a swimming pose. So for a creature like a Sahuagin, this is pretty great. And his stat block does call for a shield and a wave cutter sword. High Priestess Thadrah is a pretty powerful cleric who is able to summon an avatar of their god Sekula, who appears in their temple as a double-headed shark, and I want to see a mini of that. Thadrah uses the CR5 Sahuagin High Priestess stat block, which comes with some pretty juicy 4th level cleric spells like Banishment. Now, we really don't get many spellcasting Sahuagin minis, so this is a nice one to give your warband a little diversity, and we'll talk more about the Sahuagin warband itself in a little while. Krell Grohlg is a half-orc druid who is a worshipper of the Spider Queen Lolth and is one of the main antagonists of the salvage operation adventure in Chapter 4. It's a pretty cool, if pretty specific looking mini. I want to talk for a moment about the winged snake on his shoulder because I don't really understand why it's there. In the book, Krell is described as having a pet phase spider, and there's no mention of a winged snake or anything like that I can see, nor a mention of the Zentarum, who are most associated with winged snakes, yet that's right there in his artwork. If you have any thoughts about it, let me know in the comment section below. Maybe I'm missing something, but man, this would make a great Zentarum agent mini as well with that snake. Krell has a CR2 stat block. Skum are creatures created by aboleths, creatures who have succumbed to their disease-bearing touch. Their skin requires almost continuous exposure to water lest it rupture, and they're also bound to the aboleth who created them by a psychic connection, forced to carry out their commands. They appear in Chapter 8, The Styes. In that adventure, the Skum wander the streets in long robes and overcoats, and it would have been kind of interesting to get a mini dressed that way as well. They're pretty tough creatures with a CR of 5. Mr. Dory here also plays an important role in the adventure in the Styes. He is a prominent member of the ruling council of the town. I won't reveal his role in the story, but he does suffer from a skin condition similar to that the aboleths used to create the Skum. Though his case is less severe, though you may not think so looking at that art. This mini could also double as a pretty good vampire. Mr. Dory himself has a CR of 10. Finally, we have the capstone mini of the set, Thousand Teeth the Devourer, an ancient crocodilian nightmare that has served as the apex predator in the swamps near Saltmarsh for as long as anyone can remember. It's considered a legendary creature with those resistances and legendary actions. It's also a CR6 monstrosity, and it appears in Danger at Dunwater. This mini could also be useful for a druid's beast shape ability and for the Conjure Fey and Conjure Animals spell. A giant crocodile has a CR of 5 and is considered a huge creature as well. Again, we have a box with some good but random minis, which seems to be not an unusual thing to receive from WizKids. While I'd still rather get a Danger at Dunwater box, a Sty set, a Final Enemy box, and the others, I'm glad that we got these two boxes at all since I thought the opportunity had passed for Saltmarsh minis. It's great to get more Sahuagin minis, and we'll see how these stack up with a Sahuagin Warband box very soon here. I love the Skum mini, which is going to be useful in any adventure with an aboleth. Krell is a very cool looking half-orc, and he's an important mini for the salvage operation adventure, and Mr. Dory is also a very important mini to have. We have a regular large-sized crocodile mini in the Waterdeep Dragon Heist set, so it's cool to get a huge-sized giant croc, and having the mini handy may make your summoners and your druids want to use it more often. Just like you hand out your hit point press animated spell cards to your casters, give your druid a bag full of animal minis to inspire them to have fun with their beast shapes. Icons of the Realms Saltmarsh Box number 2 is on sale right now for an MSRP of $41.99. Let me know what you think of this set in the comment section down below. And who do you want to see in a prospective Saltmarsh Box number 3? And what other adventures deserve the box set treatment? Let's discuss. Right now, go and open a new tab on your browser and visit hitpointpress.com/free to find all sorts of free goodies from our friends and sponsor Hit Point Press. You can get entire back issues of Big Bad Booklets, including Daniel and Zara Harlow, plus Humblewood one-shots, and the launch issue of Crucible magazine, which features more than 60 pages of 5e content, including adventures, comics, 2 new subclasses, magic items, and an interview with Luke Gygax, and all sorts of other freebies right now at hitpointpress.com/free. And be sure to check out our epic encounters from our friends at Steamforged Games. Today I wanted to talk about one of my favorite boxes, Hall of the Orc King, which features a really nice snowy outdoor map and an orc feasting hall, plus tons of great orc minis, including archers and melee fighters, and orc shamans, and your orc king, and orcs riding polar bears. This one is fantastic for your Rime of the Frost Maiden adventures or anything that takes place in the snowy north. See our full review in the eye in the corner of your screen. Check out Hall of the Orc King and all the Epic Encounter boxes at the link below the video. Also, come join me, Grady, Ann Richmond, Jake Kyle, and Haley Bell for an awesome adventure for Jasper's Game Day on New Year's Eve at noon Eastern. It'll be an awesome adventure raising money for suicide prevention. We'll host it on our own Twitch server if you want to watch there. It'll also be on the official Paizo and Jasper's channels as well. Hope to see you there. Also, it is the last couple of days for our painting contest. Come and enter at gallantgoblin.com/painting contest while you still can. And thank you for watching today. If you enjoyed the video, leaving us a like and a comment helps us out a lot. Subscribe to see all our videos in your feed and hit the little bell icon to be the first to see new products and unboxings. Tune in to our actual play shows on Wednesday nights and come chat with me and the members of our cast live when we show them. And don't forget to check out our DM's Guild supplements using the links below. You can also join us on Discord, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. For now, stay safe, have fun, love each other, and I will see you next time at the Gallant Goblin.